everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Stage. Today I'm here with After This Moment. I'd like to get started by letting everybody introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Koby.
I'm Tom.
I'm Geoff.
And I'm Dave, and we are After This Moment.
How did each of you get started in music?
I started when I was about 9 years old, playing the recorder. Yeah, rocking the recorder. And then from there, saxophone, and then from there, guitar, and then now bass. Yeah. Tom, how'd you start?
Well, I don't know. I always sort of been around music. Both my parents played music. There was just always instruments laying around on the floor to play. So, you know, when the school year came when you could join band, I joined band, and when I became a teenager, I thought it was cool to learn guitar, and just played in bands ever since.
My dad used to sing and play guitar when we were little. He used to play in clubs and pubs and played at a couple of weddings. So I sort of got involved a little bit that way, sitting on the floor just watching him play. And then my parents divorced when I was quite young, and my mum didn't really handle single parenthood very well. And so my family life became very aggressive and violent and negative, and for me music and writing songs and poetry and that sort of stuff became an outlet for me. And yeah, paid for my very first singing lessons on my own when I was 17. Dave?
I remember when front arm music class in primary school. I actually hated music back then because the recorder was not for me.
Like, I'll never use this. Yeah. I'll never need music ever again.
Yeah. Funnily enough, got to high school and found out that you could get out of one lesson of class per week if you did an instrument and joined the band.
That's the only reason, Dave.
I took up drums and been on them ever since.
Was music a big part of your childhoods?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was heavily into music. Like, he played piano and trumpet and banjo and a few other bits and pieces. So, I mean, I was surrounded by it. So I guess it was sort of in my nature and my blood to take up music. So, I mean, so I've been started very young. I was about 9 playing in school band with Dave. Oh, well, we're in primary school, not so much. Dave sort of was in high school, more into the music stuff. But yeah, all through primary school I played recorder, which most kids started playing, I guess, and most kids hated.
Yeah.
But I was pretty good at it. So, and then from there, when I had the opportunity to, I took up saxophone, alto sax, and still have it. Don't really play it, but still have it. And soprano saxophone and clarinet for a little bit, but I didn't do that for that long. Yeah, and just picked up a guitar one day. Saw an electric guitar sitting in cash converters, and I bought it, and I'm like, oh yeah, see how this goes. And then from there, yeah, I just sort of picked up bass as well, and so play both now. But but I'm playing bass now in the band. And
I think when you got your electric guitar, we were jamming in my bedroom to Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, all that.
Smooth Criminal stuff. As a teenager. That was the shit.
Yeah.
Tom?
Well, yeah. Pretty much in high school, every afternoon I'd come home and just put on my favourite CD and just pretend I'm a rock star in front of the TV, playing my guitar with it. So I guess it's a pretty big part of my life ever since I was a kid.
You know, my mum never had the time or the money to take me to dance lessons or singing lessons, or you know, I didn't learn an instrument as a kid, which is one of my greatest regrets. I wanted to do this my entire life, ever since I could walk and talk. So for me, it was very much something that I had to do on my own when I got a clue. You know, for a long time I just sort of thought, it's my destiny, it's my fate. And then as you get older, it's like, geez, I better do something about this, otherwise it's not going to happen. And you know, I tried so hard to find the opportunities, you know, with bands and things like that. and doors just didn't open up. So I moved, and as soon as I moved to Queensland, that's when things started to open up. So I really think that as much as music was a part of my life in the sense of the poetry of it, you know, wrote my first song when I was 12, and then that was just one song, which I still have, which I still use. And then from about 16, it was kind of consistent with my songwriting. But as far as music being a part of my life, a strong part of my life as a kid, I really wish it was, and I think that things would be a little bit different if I had better parents.
Music, a part of my life when I was a kid, pretty much every time I jumped in the car with mum or dad, they'd have some music going, which usually as a kid you wouldn't tend to like too much, but as you get older in life, you look back at the music back then, you actually think of how good it was. As for playing an instrument, no, I didn't really like or have any interests in doing that until high school, so pretty much it's just the music that was around me growing up.
How did you come together as a band?
Well, Fro and I were originally in a grunge rock band. The guitarist and I wanted to do a side project, have a female lead vocalist and an energetic upbeat band. So I started writing some songs. It was just me and him, and then the progression went out to look for a bass player, and Tom was living with my brother at the time, so we recorded a track, gave it to Tom and got him to put his flavour to it, and it just worked.
Yeah, so after I joined the band, I guess, if you call it a band at that point, we looked for a singer for quite a while, went through a few different singers, writing a few different songs, sort of getting the idea of our style. Eventually we came across Koby, which really sort of finished off our little four-piece. Koby and I also found it very easy to write songs together.
Well, Tom at the time was playing bass, and yet Tom was
writing most of the songs on guitar and things.
He was doing the songwriting on guitar, so the way that we would work was that, you know, they would just give me some sort of dodgy recording, and I'd sort of take it home and...
Dodgy, thanks.
Well, you know, like, not professional recording, just something that was recorded in the room. And then I would take it home and write pretty easily to it and come back. And then Dan, the guitarist, was sort of finding that, I mean, he tried to give me some stuff as well, and I just couldn't make it work. And so I felt that he got a little bit disheartened there towards the end, feeling that he didn't really play a significant role in the band and the songwriting. And so, among his own personal reasons as well, he chose to leave the band. And just when we thought we was really starting to get somewhere too. And then Tom was happy still playing the bass, even though he was doing most of the songwriting. We tried to find another guitarist, but good musicians are really hard to find, and especially dedicated ones that live close by. And then so Tom jumped onto the guitar, and we got Fro in as a bass player, which was...
Because I wasn't doing anything. Dave's like, hey, because our other band kind of took a hiatus, if you will.
Was in that band too.
Yeah, so it was kind of a shambles, I guess, with both bands. So I wasn't really doing anything with the other band, and Dave's like, hey, dust off your bass.
The missing piece of the puzzle.
Over here.
He's also a design. What do you call what you do?
A
graphic web design.
A web engineer.
Web engineer.
So he's amazing to have with us as well. He's done our website and all that sort of stuff. So he's more than just a bass player.
Yes.
Being in a band can be really tough with the amount of time you spend together. How do you guys avoid friction?
It's I don't know, we all just think we're on the same level, I guess, when it comes to thinking and writing, and we just click as a band. And I mean, you know, we've all been in other bands before, and you know, I guess we've seen people's, I don't know, how people's
had the good with the bad.
Yeah. I guess most importantly is Koby's always right. don't. Yeah.
We always try everything once, even if people don't agree with something. We're like, well, let's just try it, so that we can either rule it out or start to sort of change our mind.
Because sometimes you think it's not going to work, and then you try it and like just fits perfectly.
Sometimes you got to hear it before you actually.
Yeah.
You know where it's
What
gonna
you
go.
think in your head isn't the same as when you play it. So
Tom's very rational as well. He likes to really have things thought out, whereas I jump ahead a few beats. You know, it's like
I'm kind of on the same page as Koby.
yeah,
That
we get a
works.
bit excited, and he drags us back to reality.
The realist.
Yeah. We generally try to work on the majority rules system. If it's something that we can't figure out, we just take a vote and then see where we stand.
But most of the time we're just all aiming for the same goal, so we're all on the right direction.
After This Moment is a pretty cool name. How do you guys come up with that?
We were searching for a band name. We decided we wanted something that could be an acronym. At one point in my life, I was going through some things, and After This Moment kind of just popped in my head. I think it's something that anyone going through good or bad can relate to. You don't know what's going to happen next in your life, but you just got to push forth and hope for the best and have determination.
Are you currently working on an EP, an album?
We're really just sort of cutting it single by single. We pick a song and we start rehearsing, and we're doing things a little bit differently now with our recording process, with how we're trying to break it down as much as we can here in the studio, and find other layers and things that we can improve upon before recording.
Fine-tuned at each song.
Yeah,
we've
you know,
done so far.
we're learning. Yeah, we're learning every step is another process, and we've learnt from the 3 songs that we've recorded already, and we're getting better at it. So as far as an EP goes, we're just really working towards a single. It's a single kind of era, and we're releasing them as we do them. Got lots of songs though.
What are some of your goals moving forward?
Sign, get rich.
Play in front of millions of people.
Yeah. Yes, of course. No,
We'd love just to write music and perform it for a full-time job. That'd be great.
yeah. Moving forward, I guess, like Koby said, it's a single era, so we're just taking it one song at a time in the studio, tweaking the way we do things as we go, and growing as a band at the same time, and as well as working on social media. As everyone knows, it's the future, it's all that, and so we're trying to work on mainly YouTube, producing video content and Instagram, all that good stuff. So just trying
Build
to
our
get
followers
an
and our
online
likes and
following.
things,
So some people, that's what they do. Full time is just making content for social media, and we want to start working towards that because that's what everyone's doing.
It's the way of the future.
Stay ahead of the game.
Is there something each of you enjoy outside of music your fans may not know about?
Myself, I like to work on 1964 E.H. Holden and motorbikes.
I'm a children's entertainer. I'm Flutter the Fairy and Etta the Elf, and I run children's birthday parties. And I'm also producing that into a stage show and a YouTube channel as well. I'm a mum to a 5-year-old little devil who's the light of my life. And I love to dance, so just going out with girlfriends and having a good time like that. I love anything outdoorsy, so climbing a mountain or swimming.
Sounds like an online dating kind of thing.
Long walks on the beach,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Myself, outside of band, other than working, I do like to play still around music, but just on my own little side projects, nothing that would ever be mainstream. Otherwise, probably just computer games. Lots of computer games.
Yeah.
Tommy's about to have a baby though, so
Yes.
won't be
No
lots
more
of computer games for long.
We'll see. We'll be able to teach it young.
Yes.
Xbox.
Well, they're getting younger, aren't they?
That's
You see
it.
kids like little 4 or 5-year-olds with iPads, and they're like, shit.
They'll be showing you in no time.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, well, my day job is a web designer. My night job is a web designer. And my other job is this
Weekend job.
Weekend job, web design. Yeah, so we work quite a lot, but enjoy it at the same time. Otherwise, it wouldn't
He's a
do it.
great photographer.
Oh yeah, I do that too. Yeah, photographer.
when he's not web designing.
Where's the best place to stay up to date with everything you have going on?
Internet's the way of the future. We're on them all. SoundCloud if you want to get our songs, YouTube if you want to see what we look like, Facebook if you want to have a chat to us, and we do have a website. What's it called, Fro?
Afterthismoment.com, courtesy of myself.
And everything feeds to that.
Yeah. So yeah, on the website we've got Facebook on there as well, so you can go there and everything's there, and links from the website to all of our social networks and all that. So yeah, and we're just trying to take over the internet with every social media thing we can find that's beneficial to music and all that. So
yeah, we're on it all. So add us, join us, and
like us,
send us a chat.
Ticks.
yeah.
Thumbs up.